Hello everyone, we have a really nice log on the trailer here, and the first step we need to do is get it unloaded so we can get it onto the sawmill. I hope you guys enjoy the video. This is going to be some interesting material to talk about. Let's get this thing off the trailer. Well, she's definitely heavy. All right, and that's got us clear of the trailer now. And making these rails, I just took the chainsaw and cut a notch in the log so it sits down over our track for our mill. Can't move around too much. And we have a nice gentle downhill slope here, and it really does make loading these logs onto the sawmill pretty easy. It's actually lining up pretty good for us. There we go. Oh, look at that. Tell you what, guys, that's a log. Okay, so the material we have rolled up here today, this is called a shingle oak. And if you have these on your property, you're going to enjoy working with it. The sap line out here really has a fruit tree smell to it. But then once I got into the heart of the tree, it really started to smell like an oak tree. It's in the red oak family, but if you're identifying these trees on your property, it has this pear-shaped leaf, unlike all the rest of the oak trees that we deal with. They're really glossy on top, and they have a dull green on the bottom. And you can see that that does not look like our white oak leaf. Get this guy setting up there. Or our red oak leaf. Okay? So when you run across these in your woods, you're probably dealing with a shingle oak. I'm looking forward to milling this one, guys. We're going to take the big saw. We're going to go ahead and square our butt cut up here. That way we don't have to try to deal with that out in the field. And then we're going to knock the caps off of this and see what it looks like. Look at the grain in that. Alright guys, I think I'm set up for my first cut. I have the mill setting at 16 inches. And I measured up from my bunk and put a line on here at 16 inches. Just so I can reference the log and know how much I'm going to cut out of there. Now I'm pretty thick on this end. However, we're fading out about 2 lengths of firewood behind it here, and we're going to be really thin in the middle. So let's take our first plank off of there. We'll see how this stuff looks. I wish you guys could smell this wood on the camera. This stuff is has a really pleasant smell to it. It's much like a fruit tree. So the sapwood running from a really white, nice texture, and then by the time we made it down to the end, we were definitely getting into the red oak color. This is going to make some great material. Had to move our blade guide back on that one, guys. Oh my goodness. Now this tree had very few branches growing on it. As a matter of fact, the second log laying up there, so we'd have been about 15 feet in the air, it looks like, before we hit our first major branch that we had to knock off of this one. And I can see where it shed a few along the years of growing. That stuff looks nice. Now on the upper side here, we're still a little thin right here in the waistline. But we're definitely going to have a really nice 2x6 or so out of that. Get that moved around. I'll flip that up there and show you. Wow. I'll tell you what, guys, you just never know what you're going to see in this stuff, and this is a very fun process to be able to get to it and see what it's going to look like. Look at that. That was a nice cut through there, guys. Alright guys, I have you zoomed in on the shingle oak over here to the left and the black oak tree to the right here. Both of them have similar bark, but the leaves are definitely different on the tree. So if you have shingle oak on your property, don't be afraid to use it. It's in the red oak family and milled out very similar to red oak. However, the sapwood does have the smell of a fruit tree. Let me go back to the mill and I'll show you how our material has turned out. Well, we've got a 12 by 12 cant and we have a 2 by 12 on the bunks here. We are at 10 feet long, and again, this is some nice material. And if you found shingle oak on your property, you will enjoy working with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was nice to know that we can use the mule and the log donkey to pull these larger logs off of the trailer and get them down here and actually onto the sawmill. That worked out real well. And if you've been wondering about this species of tree and you have some on your property, hopefully a couple of identification markers here as far as the leaves and the bark, and then showing the tree itself should help you out. As soon as you stick your chainsaw in it, you're going to smell that sapwood. Then after you get past that, you're going to realize that you're definitely in the oak family. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to finish cutting this thing up, and that's going to make some fantastic material for our bridge. I'll talk to you on the next one.